Okay, for assignment 4, we're going to be doing a 1-point block out. So what's going to happen is you're going to take your favorite thumbnail. Remember, you're going to do about 5 of these minimum. Pick your favorite room. And so notice I added a little bit extra detail with the console and the art and so forth to figure out what I want to do in this room. And now I'm going to block it out as a 1-point block out, which will become my first layer of my visualization process. So actually the thumbnail is the very first stage of the visualization process, and then the 1-point blockout will be our second stage, and we'll refine it to a finished rendering for assignment number 5. So you're going to, perhaps you can look on page 80 of your workbook if you want to see some images of 1-point furniture that's simplified. You might also find some images online, like the West Elm chain has very minimalistic kind of boxy furniture. Might be a good thing to look at. All right, so now what you're going to do is now that I know what my favorite idea is, I'm going to go ahead and take my paper and draw a horizontal line across, and I'd want to make it a little bit above the halfway mark. So in other words, I have more paper below the line than above the line. Okay, and now I'm going to figure out again from here to here is 5 feet, my eye height. So let's say I want to have a 10-foot ceiling. I'm going to do an equal amount above and draw a vertical line, and that's going to be the height of the wall. Let's say I want to have a 20-foot room. I'm going to go ahead and double it this way, 10, 20, and there's my width of the room. So here's the height, double it is the width, and I'm going to bring that vertical line up. Remember, I have that little pitch in the ceiling, so about halfway over I'm going to draw that little line where the roof's going to angle from one direction to the other. Okay? So this is going to be, I'm going to elevate the back wall by just, again, flattening it out in proportion to my eye height. So again, if this is 5, here's 10, here's 10, here's 20. Okay. So now I have to figure out where do I want to put my horizon, or my vanishing point. So in this design, I have a sofa here. I don't want to put my vanishing point off to the right over here, because then it's going to look like the sofa is coming straight at you. So you want to have your vanishing point either in the middle or up to the left on this one. So let's keep it simple and keep it in the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to connect from the point through. If you need to use a straight edge, you can, but I also encourage you to just get comfortable using that full arm movement as soon as possible. But just like on the thumbnails, every place the lines change, I'm extending the line out from the point. So where it's changing from a horizontal to a vertical. At that intersection, I'm extending out from the point. So again, you can use a straight edge here. I can check myself and see how accurate I was by using a straight edge from the point through the corners of the room. Okay, so now you've got your basic room. Now I've got to block out the furniture. So I'm going to block out the furniture with a different color, but also using my proportion. So again, from here to here is 5 feet. I'm going to make a mark a little above midway. So here's midway. And I'm going to use that to be the depth of my sofa. Say it's about 36 inches deep. So this and this are equal. So I'm getting the sizes off the back wall. So I'm going to connect from my point through that mark here on the back wall and bring it out, and that's going to show me how deep the sofa is going to be. So in order to get the length of the sofa, I just draw 2 horizontal lines. And so now I have my perspective footprint. All of this is how much area the sofa is taking up on the floor. So now to get the chair, again, remember I have a sofa and a chair. So now to get the chair, I want it to also be 36 wide. So I'm going to take this 36, or I can take it back here this way. Again, connect from the point and bring this horizontal over. And now I have the footprint for the chair. So again, here's the sofa, here's the chair. Now I want to get the console. So let's say I want the console to be 6 feet long. I'm going to take this whole width over here and again come out from the point. And that's going to help me get the footprint for the console. Okay, so now I want to start to get the heights built up in the room. So again, you want to think about your height of your eye level. Again, this is 5 feet. Okay, so halfway up is 30 inches. I'm going to make the sofa 30 inches high. So see, I've made that mark on the corner line. Now I'm going to connect from the vanishing point through that mark and draw that line across the floor. And then I'm going to bring those verticals up to hit that line. So now I have the wall print. That's how much area the sofa is taking up against the wall. Okay? So I'm going to now switch to a different color because I'm going to bring in the seat of the sofa. So okay, so again, if I want the seat to be halfway up the back, which is they usually are, I'm going to make a mark halfway up that vertical. And now here's your important rule with this block out. You want to follow your footprint. So what does that mean? That means if this line's horizontal, the line above it's going to be horizontal. I bring the vertical up to meet that. Okay, so that means if this line's horizontal, the line above it's horizontal. Come over the corner, bring a vertical up to meet that. So see, here's the two arms of the sofa. Here's the back up against the wall. Now I need to get the seat. So I think, okay, the seat is half up the back. So here's my mark. I'm going to bring that horizontal in. Why? Because the side of the seat is up against the arm, right? So it's parallel. The arm's horizontal. The seat's horizontal. So notice how the front, again following the footprint, notice how the front of the sofa is converging to the point. So I'm going to come from the point, through that and out, and that's going to be the front face of the seat. And do the same thing back here, and that's the back of the seat. So all of this is the seat of the sofa. Here's the front of the sofa. Okay, so at this point on your block out, you might even take your heavier line weight and go, okay, here's the arms. I'll show you how to draw the thickness later. We're just going to do a single line block out for this exercise. And here's the seat. Here's the back. Do you see the sofa? Okay, so again for this week, all that's required is a single line block out like this. So let's try to block out the chair. So notice on the concept we have it's kind of a tuxedo arm where the arm and the back are the same height. So I'm going to stay with that and go, okay, here's my height. I'm going to bring that over the side wall. And that's how tall the verticals are coming up on the wall. So again, that's my wall print. How much area is the chair taking up against the wall? Remember to follow the footprint. So now I want to get my arms by coming back to the point and through that vertical, across that vertical, over the corner, this vertical comes up. So there's one arm. Doing the same thing here, I'm going to come across that, bring that up, here's another arm. They're smashed in kind of tight right now. I might adjust that on my next layer. Okay, so again, you can block that in. You've got, here's the top of the back, the top of the arms, and here's the side of the arm. Okay, here's the bottom of the chair. So now I want the seat to be the same height as the sofa. I'm just going to bring that horizontal across. Okay, and then remember to follow the footprint. That means the side of the seat is parallel to the arm's going to the vanishing point. That means the side's going to go to the vanishing point. So again, notice how these lines that are parallel to the back wall are all staying horizontal, and the lines parallel to the side wall are all angling to the vanishing point. So again, here's the side of the sofa. There's the arms of the sofa. Okay. Here's the front of the chair. Okay, and the sides of the chair. Are you seeing it? And then here's the back. Here's the seat. Here's the back. Okay, so I've got my sofa and my chair. Now let's try to get the console. So let's say the console is also going to be 36 inches high. Remember I had a mark over here that was 36. I'm going to bring that over. I have a tall one. Okay. So I see how I have the line on the wall. I just bring my verticals up to meet that line. Okay. Now, I wonder if I want it that tall. Now I'll just leave it that tall for now. Okay, now I'm going to follow the footprint. Okay, so I'm going to come from my point. Okay, so what I was just saying is I'm following the footprint. I'm coming from my point, and once it comes across the corner, I bring the vertical up. Okay, so again, if this line's horizontal, the line above it's horizontal. Once you get across the corner, you bring the vertical up. If this line's going to the point, the line above it's going to go to the point. And here's the top of the console, and here's the front. So let's say if I have, doors on it or something. Okay? Are you seeing it? So now you always go back to your thumbnail. I mean, you don't have to stick to your thumbnail. You can modify. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and stick to it kind of close. I'm going to put the door in here. That's going to be an opening to the outside. Okay, so notice how that comes up right near the console. So I'm going to bring my vertical in first. Get the height of the door. So again, if you think this is 10 feet high, I don't want the door to be 5 feet. I want people to walk out of it. So again, I made my door pretty high. So again, if this from here to here is 5 feet, the overall is 10 feet, I might just bring it down to, let's say, 7 feet, connect with the point and out. So that's pretty close to that. Bring it down. So here's my opening for the door. Okay? All right, now notice on this single line block out, that's all you need. But if you want to do the depth of the door, so again, sometimes it's helpful to block in what you're seeing. Got the wall going out. So if I want to bring in the depth of the door, remember that's parallel to the back wall. So I'm going to bring a horizontal here and here, top and bottom. Draw another line just like we practiced last class. Here's the width of the wall, the thickness of the wall. And then I connect from my point to create the header. And connect from my point to create the sill. So this is going to end up being glass, looking out towards the exterior. And I'll tell you how to render that exterior next time when we evolve it into its next layer. So again, for this week, you're just going to do a single line block out like this. But let's just take it a couple steps further. So notice when you have a 1 point, the back wall becomes your focal point. Basically, you have all these converging lines saying, look here, look right here. And if you don't have anything here, the viewer gets kind of disappointed, like, well, why did I even look there? So you might do something simple like, perhaps I'll just do a floor lamp here or something for this chair to kind of spice up the focal point. Or I'm going to put, do it in a different color. Maybe I'll put a big piece of art or a mirror leaning against the console here. And maybe some accessory items on the console, or I always like flowers in a room myself, or plants. So, maybe something like that, just to kind of start to think about some of the accessories. And then also you can think, okay, maybe I have an area rug here. I'm gonna come out from the point, add a rug in on this area. Might put a table in here with another lamp or something. Who knows, there's a lamp here. So maybe I'll just put some art objects on the table or something. Okay, but the point is, this is all that you need to have for assignment 4. It's going to be a single line block out with some of your furniture pieces blocked out. And it can be a very simple room like you see here. I'd rather the room be simple. It does need to be a seating area, meaning you do have to have some kind of seating in the room. I'd rather the room be simple than you try to draw, like the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles or something where it's just too complicated and your brain can't get it. So keep it simple. Notice there's just 3 major pieces of furniture in the room. The room's in 1 point, of course, since we're doing a 1 point block out. And this will be your first layer. So this is your first layer for your 1 point. Okay, again, for assignment 5, we will show you how to evolve this through the layering process into a finished rendering with value. Okay, have fun with it.